Hey, aloha, this is Fei Gao and recording this video for ACCT386 class. And so this video is about some tips on time and date calculation. And so there are many common errors when we calculate the time or date. So the first one is I'm gonna talk about if we calculate the time. So for the first one, so I made an example. So if we work start at 7:30 a.m. and end and 12:45 p.m. So we ask Excel to calculate how many hours that we worked during this period. So by just normally we may do like this. We use the end time to subtract the start time here. So it gave us point 0.22, and this why this kind of number comes out, and this doesn't make any sense. So for this kind of error is about Excel itself, because Excel use 24-hour system during time calculation. So that means that's 0.22% of a day that is the actual time during this period. So if we want to calculate how many hours for this one, so we need 2 times 24, because that's how many hours a day, and so this number comes out, which makes sense. So we work the 5 hours point and 24. So this number is correct. So the first one, I just want to mention this kind of common error during time calculation. The second one is another I may say error during date calculation. So this is a date I just made example. So it started 2001 July 15th to 2009 September 23rd. So if we want to calculate how many days during this period, so it's really simple. We just use the end of the date to subtract the start date, and it gave us 2,992 days. So during this 2 days period. And another one is this for days, and if we want to calculate how many years during this period, I guess all of us can know that Excel provide another function, means time fraction. So by this function we can easily calculate how many years. So the start date is this one, and the date is this one, and so it gives us it's 9.2 years during this period. And so right now we have 2 days, and because if these 2 days, if so for example I change this 8.2 years to how many days, these 2 numbers should be exactly the same, which makes sense, because this time of period time is there. So let us try. So we use this number times 365 days, which means 365 days per year, and let us see the answer. Say it's 2,988 days. Why these 2 numbers are different? So we kind of have like 4 or 5 days that we are missing. Why this come out? And this come out because during these 8 years there are some leap year and non-leap year. So in leap year is 29 days in February. That means it's 366 days a year for the leap year, and the non-leap year is only 365 days. So this kind of missing leads. These are 4 or 5 days that they are missing. So for the correct answer, if we want to calculate the days, I highly recommend us use the year fraction ones. Oh, no, use the first one, because year fraction, that means I assume every year is non-leap year. Every year is 265 days. So this kind of error comes out. So when we calculate the date, we can just easily by subtract days, and if we want to calculate the year, I recommend us use year fraction, because if we use this number to divide by 35 days, which we made again this kind of mistake. So if we calculate the days, we just by simple subtract. And if we want to calculate years, we just use year fraction, which Microsoft is smart. He knows this kind of error is gonna show up during some calculation process. And this is my video. Thank you for watching.